1-point game now. Rocky Mount out in front by 1. The Griffins, and we got another sub coming in the game for the Bulldogs, number 10, and that's going to be Dawson Joyner, the forward sophomore.
Chris High makes the first, misses the second one, and Griffins look to put the ball up, and a nice little erratic 2 taken away by Nash Central of number 13 of Brinkley. He gives it over to number 3 in Simmons. He goes up to left-hand side, gives it over to High. Number 22 puts it up, and no good, just a little bit short. It's going to be out of bounds against the Bulldogs. So the Griffins will have the ball with 4:48, still a 1-point ball game. Your score, 19 for Rocky Mount, 18 for the Bulldogs of Nass Central. Gray will get the inbound pass from number 23 in Harrison. He slowly talks to the referees for just a second, goes from the left, goes to the right. He is now in the middle, top of the key, on three-point line. Gives it over to number 5 in Miller. Gives it over to Gray, number 3. He leaves him by himself. He puts it up. No good. He just missed the three-pointer. Take it away, and they look to push. That is number 3 of Nass Central. Nice little move to get inside. Blocked. It is blocked, and then taken away by number 33 in Matthew Cherry. There's Gray. Gives it over to number 23 of the Griffins. Puts it up, and no good. And then after the miss layup, number 31 and Antoine Dustin puts it up, and it's good. That's 2 points for him, 3:58. And look at Nass Central getting inside, but it's an offensive foul against number 5 in Omar Richardson.
Fouls on.
That's his second.
Omar Richardson, his third.
Oh, his third. I missed one.
Griffins, number 11, Tavion Knight.
Their big man down low is now has in foul trouble with 3. Come out of the ball game, Omar Richardson comes in as Mr. Brinkley of Nass Central. Javon Brinkley. So 3:56, 21 for the Griffins and 18 for the Bulldogs. Number 5 in Miller gives it over to number 23 in Joyner. Back over to number 11 in Knight. Back over to number 23 in Harrison. Gives it back over to number 5, the top of the key. Almost taken away. Then back over to Mr. Knight, and it's in. Makes the 2.
Coming up, the Osborne Company halftime show at the half. We'll recap the women's game. We'll recap upcoming games for the Comets. We'll recap the varsity Comets and their games in the men's tournament. And we'll highlight this game as well.
Simmons gets it inside to number 10, and Journey puts it up. Nice little layup, and it's good.
Osborne Company halftime show coming up in about 3 minutes' time on CRN, the Community Radio Network. And we still got a close ball game, but it's still Rocky Mount out in front by 3 on Nash Central.
Number 33 in Cherry puts it up. A nice little easy 2-pointer layup, and it's good. And Nash Central looks to move it, and he takes the 3 by number 12 in High, but it's taken away by number 5 in Miller. He quickly gets past half court. He gets picked up by Amir Richardson. Back over to number 5. He puts it up. And it's going to be a shooting foul against Chris High, number 12.
I'll say that's his third foul possibly on number 12 of Chris High. Number 12, Chris High will have the foul called on him for Nash Central.
Isaiah Miller will get 2 shots, puts it up, and no good.
Number 12, Chris High, his second, team 7.
Second foul, my apologies.
For the Griffins, number 45, Jalen Richardson.
Jalen Richards comes in the ball game for the Griffins of Rocky Mount. So number 5 and Isaiah Miller will get another shot here. He puts the second one up, and it's good.
So the Rocky Mount Griffins are trying to sweep the tournament. Contact almost, a crash under the boards, and a steal by Rocky Mount.
Number 23 takes it, puts it up, and it's good. The nice defense by number 2 in Richardson, but somehow he gets it in anyway.
Timeout's called. We'll be right back on CRN Community Radio Network. 26-20, Nash Central down by the Griffins.
Unforgettables. Nice. This show is sponsored by Unforgettables. Unforgettables creates detailed hand-painted baseballs for every baseball fan. Check them out at unforgettables.com.
Rudo Apparel powers teams and athletes around the world by offering the best in customer uniforms at an unbeatable price. Visit RudoApparel.com or give them a call today at 347-850-2720. Build your one-of-a-kind uniform made just the way you want. Root Apparel, the #1 shop for custom uniforms and apparel. That's 347-850-2720.
Now back to live coverage on the CRN Sports Network.
And welcome back to the CRN live coverage here in Cleveland, North Carolina for the men's championship round.
Bonus coverage.
At the end with 2:29 here in the second quarter. Your score 28 for the Griffins of Rocky Mount and 20 for the Bulldogs of Nash Central. Nash Central takes the ball and gives it over to number 12 and Chris Hyde. Quickly gives it over to number 2 in Richardson. Gives it back in, tries to get it inside. Back to Chris Hyde on the top of the key. He is picked up by number 23 in Harrison. Nice little move. Oh, tries to break his ankles, but he didn't. Chris Hyde gives it over to number 3 in Simmons. Puts it up and gets it inside to number 13 in Brinkley. He misses the... Oh, it's out of bounds. It's tipped off by the Griffins somehow. I didn't see anything touching, but nonetheless, it's going to be the Bulldogs basketball. 2:06, still an 8-point ball game by the Griffins. Chris Hyde looks to get inside. He does. And nice little move to get inside. Number 13 in Javon Brinkley. This will be 4 points for him. And number 5 in Isaiah Miller quickly gets it past half court, gives it over to Knight. And it's taken away by Nash Central, by High. He quickly gives it over to number 3 in Simmons. He puts it up for the layup. He said, I'm going to do it by myself, Wesley. He puts it up, and it's good.
Vontae Simmons, the air up there. He puts it in the net. They're down by 4. 90 seconds left to go in first half of play.
That's his first basket of the night. Almost broke his ankles once more by number 23. Gives it over to number 11 in Knight. He puts it up, and no good. And number 45 in Richardson gets the offensive rebound. And there's number 5 in Isaiah Miller. Puts it up, and it's good.
Down by 6. Coming up on 1 minute left to go in the half. The Osborne Company halftime show is coming up here on CRN. Nash Central trying to pull down that deficit of 6 points. And for 3!
Chris Hyde.
No, for 2. It's a 2-point shot, actually. I thought he went for 3, Trey, but it's 2 points for Chris Hyde, number 12.
And so with only 48 seconds remaining, it's a 30-26 ball game. The Griffins get it over to number 23 in Harrison. He puts it up for the 2. No good. There's number 5 in Isaiah Miller. He puts it up right at the free throw line, and it's good. That's going to be 7 points for him. 20 seconds left. Number 2 in Richardson gets the ball for Nash Central. You got number 10 by himself. There's Joyner, and he's tripped. And it's going to be a foul against number 45.
And number 1, Vince Phillips, about to come in for the Bulldogs here. 19 seconds. Also number 33 of Matthew Cherry, the 4 junior. Vince Phillips is the wing senior for the Bulldogs. And they're still down by 6 points. 26, and it's 32 for the Rocky Mount Griffins.
Dawson Joyner will get 2 shots here. Correction, a 1-and-1. He puts the first one up, and no good. And taking it is a defensive rebound by Knight.
Zatavian Knight, good job.
14 seconds remaining. 32 for the Griffins, 26 for the Bulldogs. He said, I'm going to take the last shot, coach. He is picked up by number 3 in Simmons. He drives to the left, gives it over to number 11, and Knight puts it up for the 3. No good. 1 second. That is the halftime here in Cleveland, North Carolina. 32 for the Griffins of Rocky Mount, 26 for the Bulldogs of Nash Central.
And we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we will recap the first half of the action, recap all the other games that have been going on as well. It has been a very, very interesting afternoon, evening of basketball, and of course we'll recap it for you here in just a moment.
Chicken should be full of flavor. That's why we don't serve chicken fingers, strips, or nuggets. We serve bold, craveable chicken supremes, whole breast tenders with one-of-a-kind spice you can only find at Bojangles. Bojangles Chicken Supremes are the best. How else do you think they got their name? Head to Bojangles for a Chicken Supremes combo with your choice of fixin', a made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuit, and a drink. Bojangles, it's bow time.
Sportsmanship, it means a lot of things.
It means showing respect for the opposing team
And being a good host for our visitors.
It's about modeling good behavior and not getting caught up in the emotion of the moment.
It's about winning with humility.
Losing with dignity.
It is about making my high school games
It's a good memory that I can enjoy for years to come.
Mr. Official,
Mom,
Dad, son,
daughter,
Coach, are we in this together?
sportsmanship.
Together
we make the right call.
This message has been brought to you by the North Carolina High School Athletic Association.
Some energy drinks want to scare you. Some even want to bully you around. And the others, they're just blowing smoke. Packed with vitamins B3, B5, B6, and B12, the new HiQ energy drink comes available in 4 exciting flavors. Skyberry Fusion, Apple, Coconut Fruit Punch, and Lemon Lime. Natural caffeine, no preservatives, no crash, no bull. HiQ energy drink. Wings are for birds.
When you are looking for a company to help build your next project, what do you look for? Price? Honesty? How about our general contractor with integrity? If this sounds like you, it's time to call my friends over at Osborne Company Incorporated. No matter what project you have in mind, the Osborne Company will get it right the first time. Just listen to some satisfied customers. Every detail was given its due attention. We have done major projects over the years, and the quality of the work given to us by Osborne was far superior to other companies. Sound like a company you want to deal with? Head over to osbornecompany.com to see what they can do for you today. Or give them a call and talk with the friendly staff at 336-623-2111. The Osborne Company. Integrity, excellence, and value.
Now back to live coverage on the CRN Sports Network.
Welcome back to the Osborne Company halftime show. Wesley Outland, Trace Knott here with you at Cleveland High School, the home of the Rams. We'll play them later on in the year in the Greater News 3A tournament. Matter of fact, speaking of tournament play for the Clayton Comets, the varsity women have one more game, non-conference. That's going to be against Heritage. And Heritage will be at Clayton on January the 9th. We'll have that game for you on CRN. That is the JV girls and the varsity girls playing. It's only a girls matchup. I don't think the boys are playing. And that'll be on January the 9th. That is the rescheduled game for January the 9th for the varsity Comets, the Lady Comets. And then the first quest in the tournament goes on January the 11th. And Trace Knight, that'll be against the rival, that is the South Johnston Trojans.
Again, they were my rivals growing up in high school, so I know exactly how that feels. But no, I mean, we saw the Comets lose tonight for the Lady Comets in the championship round. But the one thing you can take away from this game is you got better as you went. Although they outplayed you, they out-hustled you down low. They took advantage of the weakness. And again, Jada Scott and Asia Todd has been phenomenal all season long, all to this point. They just outplayed them today. So they're going to move forward. They'll be just fine moving forward into the next during conference games. So we'll see how it goes.
Well, before we give a recap of the first half of this championship game between the Rocky Mount Griffins and the Nash Central Bulldogs, let's talk about our men Comets, the varsity Comets. Of course, they had a big loss you heard on CRN Thursday night of the opening round of the South Granville Invitational 9th running at South Granville High School in Creedmoor, 64-37. Then in the semifinals, or out of the consolation bracket, they had another loss by almost 7 points to Granville Central High School, 81-74. But in the final game in the bracket today in the consolation this afternoon, or this morning for that matter, Denny Medlin and the Comets are able to turn things around, and they got a 49-33 win over Middle Creek. Trace Knight.
They finished 7th in the tournament. So, again, a lot to take away from that. They came in, like we spoke
was
to
that
Coach
16 teams, I think?
Yeah. It was 2 different brackets.
Yes.
So they came in expecting to beat Green Hope.
Yes.
And,
we thought they were going to beat Green Hope.
You talked to Coach Medley and said we shouldn't have any problem. But P.J. Fitton is a phenomenal player. He had 23 points in the first half. They shut him down in the second half, and they made the game a little bit closer. But just the way that they came out firing,
that's right.
It was kind of too late for them. Granville Central, look, I get to call them back where I'm from, out of Henderson, North Carolina. And I've seen them play the Vipers, who came and finished 3rd today. They beat Green Hope for the Falcons here for the third place game. The Vance County Vipers